Go on and do it for me. Now watch me whip. Kill it. Now watch me nay-nay. Okay. Now watch me whip, whip. Watch me nay-nay. Why me do it? Now watch me whip. Kill it. Watch me nay-nay. Okay. Now watch me whip, whip. Watch me nay-nay. Can you do it? Now watch me. Ooh, watch me. Watch me. Ooh, watch me. Watch me. Ooh, watch me. Watch me. Ooh, okay.
Hey addicts, welcome to my All About Primers video. So this is the start of a new series that I'm going to be doing called All About. So did you see my pinky? I just did like a weird pinky out. No. Let's try this again. Hey beauty addicts, welcome to my All About Primers. Oh my god, I did the pinky thing again. Whatever, screw it. But anyway, yeah, so I'm starting a new series called All About. So pretty much in this series, I'm going to do an all about a certain type of product. So today is going to be primers, and then eventually I'll do brushes, and I'll do eyeshadows. Whatever you guys are looking for, let me know down in the comments if there's any type of product in particular that you want me to go over. Maybe it's foundations, brow pencils. Let me know down below, and I will start getting that together for you guys. Also, if you have any suggestions on any products that you would like for me to try out, please let me know down in the comments that as well. But yeah, so today we're going to go over primers, and I'm going to be including eye primers, face primers, and I'm also going to be including 2 setting sprays, just because all of these products that I'm going to mention are products that are supposed to make your makeup last longer. So that is what I wanted to focus on today. To start, we're going to go over face primers. So the first face primer that I ever tried was the Smashbox Iconic Photo Finishing Foundation Primer. And this is just the clear one. So I tried it and I absolutely loved it. I love the gel formula. The gel formula of it is just really smooth and really glides on nicely, and also helps your foundation to glide on nicely. And I just love the feeling of it when putting it on my face, how my face feels after putting it on, and how it does with putting on my foundation. I think it is awesome. Now, I ended up finding a dupe, and not only one dupe, but actually 3 dupes from the drugstore that I think are just as good. And honestly, if you put Smashbox in one hand and the drugstore ones that I'm going to mention on the other hand, I wouldn't be able to tell you the difference. Maybe a little bit with the one that I'm going to mention, but pretty much they're the exact same product to me. So why would I spend, let's see, $16, which is probably for the really, really tiny bottle, to $36 on the Smashbox one, when I can get one at the drugstore for about $6 to $10. So it's so much cheaper, especially with face primer. That's one product that I actually go through quite frequently, just because I always put it on with my foundation. Face primer, foundation, and mascara and brow pencils are the products I go through the most. So you really want to try to at least incorporate drugstore primers, face primers into your routine, just because you're going to go through them so quickly. So the 3 dupes that I have are, let's see, the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer, the NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer, and the Maybelline The Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser Face Primer. So all of these have that gel formula. They make your skin feel really smooth. It makes it really easy to put on foundation. So to me, they're pretty much all the same. e.l.f. I'm pretty sure is the one that's the cheapest. NYX is, I believe, the most expensive. Now, out of all 4 of those primers, these 3 plus the Smashbox, I think this one is the most different. I think it has just a little bit more, it's a little bit more liquidy compared to the other ones, just ever so slightly. So maybe this might be a better one if you have drier skin. I'm not sure. I'm normal to dry, but I really honestly can't tell the difference between all of them once I put them on my face. You just have to be a little bit more careful with this, just because it's a slight bit more liquidy, especially when you first open it. But so I would say that out of those 4, this is my least favorite. However, I would definitely purchase this one over the Smashbox just to save the money. And then there's these 2. The e.l.f. one, I can't tell you how many times I repurchased. I repurchased it at least 10 times, and that's not exaggerating, and I'm pretty sure I bought it even more than that. It's just always like to have this on me, especially before I started trying new ones. I actually always would have a backup or 2, just because I just love this so much. But yeah, so these are pretty darn similar, but I think this might just be a tad smoother. So the Maybelline The Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser I actually like better. And I also like, this packaging is actually kind of nice to me, but this one is smaller, it's good, easier to travel with, and then it's easier to get the right amount of application that you want. You have one pump, that's the amount that you get. This you can just squeeze until you get the right amount that you want. and also I like it's a little colorful too. So I think this one is my favorite, but they're all pretty similar. So all 4 of those that I mentioned are really similar. So it's just going to be a matter of probably getting the one that's the cheapest, and then maybe trying them out, all of them, and then seeing if you notice a difference. And then if you can't notice a difference, then definitely get the cheapest one. But this one's, I think, as far as packaging goes, this one's the nicest to travel with. Then, you know, this is pretty nice too. It's also a squeeze tube, so you can control how much you put out. The Smashbox one, I believe, is a squeeze tube as well, so this is the only one with a pump. So it all just depends on your preference, but I absolutely love all of these face primers. That is the type of face primer that I'm into. I really like the gel formula. Now, there are 2 other face primers that I have tried that I don't particularly like, but it's the formula is not something that I like. Now, if you don't like the gel formula, but you like the formula that I'm about to explain, then great, try those out. It's just my preference is more of the gel type of face primer. So the 2 face primers I'm going to be talking about are the Almay Smart Shade CC Luminous Primer, and then I don't have it with me, but I tried a sample of it. It is the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. So I've heard a lot of good things about the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I know Amanda Ensing really likes it, but to me, it's not my type. And both of these that I have tried, the Almay and the Hourglass face primers, to me feel more like suntan lotion. I really hate that feeling. Now, maybe I can't really tell if any of the products that I've mentioned really make your face foundation last longer. But I just don't like the feel of the Hourglass one or the Almay ones. I really honestly don't care. I will go for the gel one. If there's any difference as far as long lasting goes, I think it's very minimal. So it's just a personal preference. But yeah, it feels a little bit more like suntan lotion. It's not as smooth to put on. You kind of have to work it in more and just kind of And then I don't think it makes it as smooth to put your foundation on. However, it does have a bit of stickiness to it. So maybe it will help your makeup last longer. I'm not sure. It's really hard to tell. But I don't know. It's just a preference of what you really like. I will say that this is luminous. It has like this pink sheen to it. So as far as luminosity goes, this is great. I will definitely continue to use this just to use it up because I don't want to waste product. And you know, there might be a day that I want to have a little bit more luminous skin. So I might go for this over the other ones. But yeah, so I won't be repurchasing this one. I'll definitely be repurchasing the other ones. And if I have to pick any of them, it'll be the Maybelline Instant Pore Eraser. But yeah, so it's just personal preference. I think the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer is just a white face primer, and I don't think it has any luminosity. It's just, you know, just a general face primer. So those are the face primers that I wanted to mention to you guys. Please let me know down in the comments if there are any face primers, whether it's from the drugstore or whether it's high-end, that you love, or any ones that you tried out that you hated. Because I would love to know which ones you like and which ones you don't like, just so I know what to buy and what not to buy. Alright, let's jump into eye primers. I'm going to mention first I think it's my favorite eye primer for sure. And that, oh my god, why can't I speak? First, we're going to go over my favorite eye primers, and it is the eye primer that I compare all other eye primers to because it's just so good, and they are the MAC Paint Pots. So these are such great eye primers. I love that they come in a variety of colors to choose from. It just makes it really fun. So they come in this pot, and then they look like this, and you know, they last a long time too, so that's another reason with the eye primers, I don't mind investing more in them because they last longer, and it's just fun to have this variety. So this is Rubenesque, and I think it's just so pretty, so let me close that for you guys. Before that closes up. Just got this new camera, I'm super excited. But yeah, Rubenesque is just so pretty. And then, let me just go through all the ones that I have really quickly. And then I'll save my favorite one for last. So this one is Indian Wood. So Indian Wood I like to use with more gold looks. Same with Rubenesque. I like the more golden looks to use with those. And then I have Bare Study, which I like to use with more silvery white type of looks. And I have Perky, which I like to use with pink looks. And then Painterly is what I used for more day-to-day, like any type of look. Like if I couldn't use the other ones that I just mentioned, I would use Painterly, but then I got Soft Ochre, which I'm going to mention in a second. But I absolutely love these paint pots. So my favorite one, as I just said, is Soft Ochre. This is a paint pot that you can pair with any eyeshadow look you want. So if you don't know which one to use soft ochre. It looks good with a lot of natural looks. It's just a great way to blank out your eyelid and also make your eyeshadow last longer. So I really like these. I think these have the best staying power. However, I will say with anything, it's really hard to know what exactly is what's making it last. Is it really the eye primer, or is it the good eyeshadow that you are using? Is it really your you know, your face primer, or is it your foundation that you're using? Is it your setting spray? You never know. There's so many factors, so it's really hard to say what honestly really makes it last longer. But I really do like this formula, so I would recommend it. It's MAC, it's a good brand, so, and they have all the Pro Longwear items are meant to last longer. And I will say that absolutely the MAC Pro Longwear concealer lasts all day long. I used a L'Oreal foundation and the MAC concealer, and I looked in the mirror at the end of the day, and then I saw that my L'Oreal foundation had completely faded, but my concealer was still there, standing strong. So I think the Pro Longwear formulas just across the board are probably going to be a good way to go as far as long lasting goes. So I also have the Maybelline Eye Studio color tattoos. These are similar to the MAC paint pots. They come in a pot. They're kind of considered eyeshadows because of their color, but really they're really great eye primers. So I got this one eye primer, what's it called? Barely Branded, because it was more of a nude color. So I wanted to use that because I wanted to get something that I could use for every day. So I got this color tattoo. And I also, for my Katniss Everdeen makeup tutorial, which I will link down below, I used the black color tattoo because it was a very dark look and I really wanted the look to last long. So these are good options to use from the drugstore if you want to find something more affordable. I've only used these a couple of times, but I do like the formula. I will say I didn't think this one was as good as the MAC Paint Pot, but I remember really liking this one. I only used it in that makeup tutorial, so I need to test these out more, but they are probably, as far as looks and feel go, the most similar to the MAC Paint Pot, so definitely give these a try. I've heard a lot of good things about these. Well, there was one that's really popular. I think it starts with a B. I will link it down below, but that one's a really popular one, and or I'll mention here in the video so you guys know what to look for. But yeah, there's just a bunch of color tattoos to choose from, so that's just another option for you guys. Another drugstore eyelid primer that I tried is the L'Oreal Paris Magic De-Crease Eyelid Primer. So I wasn't a huge fan of this at first just because I'm so obsessed with the MAC paint pots, but I'm actually really liking it now. It comes like this with this little applicator, so that makes it nice too because I use my, let's see, pull it up, my Sigma P82 brush to use to put on the MAC paint pots. So this gets dirty quite often, so it's actually really nice to be able to save a brush from getting dirty and use this applicator. So you just put it right on your eyelids and then you just smooth it out with your fingers. It's so nice to avoid having to use a brush, and this will be a good one to have on the go if you're traveling. It's small, you know, you have the applicator already, and you can, you know, just rub it in with your fingers. You don't need to use a brush. So this one I'm actually pretty excited about from the drugstore. I think, let's see. I think the color tattoos in this is something that I would purchase from the drugstore as far as eyelid primers goes. The other ones that I'm going to mention I probably won't repurchase. But yeah, I'm liking this so far. I definitely think this is a good drugstore recommendation as far as eyelid primers goes. The last drugstore eye primers that I'm going to mention are the NYX eyeshadow bases. I got 2 out of the 3 colors. I got this nude skin tone color and then this white color. So it's really funny because I feel like the formula is different between the two. So yeah, so we have this nude one, which I like the nude one a lot better than the white one. The white one to me is more like glue. Like when I stick my P82 brush in it, it just gets really sticky and you kind of feel it like lift up all goopy. And I swear after I used this one, I tried to wash my brush. Oh my god, did you see that? I tried to wash this brush. Like, obviously you saw that. I just filmed it. Oh my god. Anyway, so I washed this brush and I could not get it out. It's probably still in there. Who knows? But it took me forever to get it out. Now, that might say something about the the longevity of this. It might last a long time because I can't get it out of my brush. So I think that's something to really think about, you know, okay, this actually, you know what, maybe I would repurchase this. Maybe not the white one, I really like the skin tone one, but that's, like, I swear, after using these and using my P82, I could not get them out. I had to soak this for the longest time to get it out. But I do like the skin tone one. It's not as goopy as the white one. I don't know why there's a difference. I don't know if I got a dud or something. But this is pretty similar to a MAC paint pot as well. and I like the way that it feels on my eyelid. I really don't like it as much as the MAC Paint Pots, but I do like it. I would try out the skin tone, especially if you want to save some money. But yeah, it's just, I want to test these out more. I want to see really how, if my makeup lasts long. What I should do is use really crappy eyeshadows and then just compare eyelid primers and see how they do. I might do like a little experiment because I don't want to use really high-end eyeshadows because they're really nice eyeshadows. That might be the reason why they're lasting long. But if I can make a really crappy drugstore eyeshadow last long compared to, like, I can compare it to another one, then that would be really interesting. Or I could also do an experiment comparing drugstore versus high-end, one on each eye. I might do that. Let me know down in the comments if you would like to see a video like that. So we have 2 eyelid primers to go. The one I'm going to mention now is the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. This came with my Lorac Pro Palette 1, and I do like it. Let's see, it's also like a nude shade. It's not something that I would purchase, especially because it's high-end. I'm not spending all that money on it. Like, the only high-end one that I really, really want to, keep repurchasing are the MAC Paint Pots. But this, to me, is not amazing enough to repurchase. But if it comes with my Lorac Pro palettes, then great. I'm so happy to get the freebie. It's a good travel size eye primer. I think it's a good eye primer. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't purchase this. There's other items that you can choose from, whether it's from the drugstore or you can just get the MAC Paint Pots. I think that's just a better way to go. But hey, if it comes with the palette, go for it. Then the last eyelid primer that I'm going to mention is the first eyelid primer that I ever tried, and it is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. I'm so sure you guys all heard about this, but I really, really like this eyelid primer. I haven't really been using it much lately just because I really like the MAC Paint Pots, but this is also another really good option. So if you don't want to get your brush dirty, you can use this and just put a dab of it. It has this little squeeze tube onto your finger and then place it onto your eyes and rub it in. So I think I'm actually going to break this out more now that I've pulled it out of my makeup drawer, because this also is really good. I honestly, you know what, this might be right there with the MAC Paint Pots. The reason why the MAC Paint Pots are just a tad bit better is because they come in a lot bigger selection of colors. I like the pots. I think those are really nice. And I really like using the P82 with it. But if I want to save my P82, especially I have a makeup tutorial I want to do tomorrow, I don't want to get this brush dirty, I'll just use this. So it's so nice. This is a great formula. So I would highly recommend trying out the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. It says long-lasting eyeshadow base, so and I believe it because this is something that I used for a long time. I've repurchased this, and it's also another good little travel eyelid primer. They also come in really tiny ones. I think I got a freebie with some sample with something. Yes. So yeah, definitely try out this one. Try out the MAC Paint Pots, and I think from the drugstore, try out the L'Oreal Magic Erase Eyelid Primer. Now we're going to go over setting sprays. So I have 2 setting sprays to show you guys. It is the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray and the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus Setting Spray. So the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray is the first setting spray that I've ever tried, and I really do like the formula. The only thing that I hate is this stupid pump. It always gets stuck. I'm just pressing. Nothing's a-coming. Nothing. There's still stuff in there. Oh, fell a little sprinkle. 20 minutes later, it's so frustrating. I still have stuff in here and I just refuse. And I was actually going to use it today just because I'm like, oh, let me try it out again. Didn't come out of the bottle. So I was like, screw it. So I'm over it. I'm so over it. I don't know if I have a dud. So I really hate that, if the only reason why I'm not repurchasing is because of this spray bottle. So let me know down in the comments if you guys have ever had problems with any of the Urban Decay setting sprays. Let me know if the pump gets all messed up. Maybe I just got a dud, because I think I would definitely repurchase it if the spray bottle was good. But it just drives me crazy. It doesn't come out. I don't want to deal with it, so I'm not getting that one again. But I do think that it is a nice setting spray. So I'm really hoping you guys tell me that you guys had no problems, because then I want to go try it again if that's the case, just because I want to see. I liked it. I really liked it, and I don't want to. The only reason why not to use it is because of the freaking pump. And then the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus Setting Spray is what I have here. This one is the one that's in lavender, and it smells so good. It's so refreshing. But I also have the Fix Plus To Go Setting Spray, so that's just the regular one. You can also get it in this size, the regular one in this size as well. This is a limited edition setting spray. But I really like it though. It's so refreshing. I really wanted to try rose or cucumber, but I'm really hoping they'll come back out with them again. Maybe they'll do like seasonal like scents or something. That'd be really fun. But this one's gonna last me a really long time. But I really like these. These smell really nice. Not even just like, you know, this is a lavender one. They had rose, they had cucumber that are limited edition, but just the actual natural setting spray that has been out there for a while, I think smells so good. This is a great pump. It's like a little circle pump and you just press down. So there it goes. It pumps out right away. Then you can kind of like turn it to lock it, I think, but I never do that. Does it do that? I lied. I don't know. I thought it did that. Maybe it does and I'm just stupid. But anyway, I don't really ever need to lock it. So, yeah. So it comes out right away. It smells so good. It really makes your makeup look really nice. It sets nice. I put it on before I do my makeup and then after I do my makeup. And it's just so pretty. And it's something that I want to keep using. But I do want to try out more stuff for you guys because that is what I'm here for. So if there's any ones that you guys have tried and loved, let me know down in the comments, especially if there's a drugstore one out there that you guys really like, because I have 2 high-end ones that I've tried. So I really want to try out some drugstore setting sprays, but I don't know if there are any good ones out there that you guys would recommend. For the last part of this video, we're going to be getting into what you guys love. So I put up a picture on Instagram, and I also mentioned in my 5 products Wet n Wild video for you guys to mention what eye primers, what face primers, setting sprays that you guys like and have tried. And so we're going to go on to Instagram first. So I posted that one picture up, which I will post above here. So Yuki Murata, she said that she likes the Smashbox face primer. She says that Smashbox makes a pretty good primer, which I agree with. I'm pretty sure that she's referring to the Smashbox Iconic one that I mentioned previously, but they do come in a bunch of different colors, and I've definitely heard a lot of good things about it. The only reason why I won't repurchase it is because it's so much more expensive than the drugstore ones that I could use. And then Emmy B Beauty, she said, I love the Urban Decay Primer Potion. It's the only thing that works for my eyes. So that is, you know, like I said, I think it's a really good product, and she obviously agrees. So that is something that has worked really well for Emmy, or Emily. She goes by Emily, but she's Emmy B Beauty. But yeah, so I would also try out that eyelid primer. She recommends it, I recommend it, so it's definitely a good way to go. Another recommendation came from Diana Braga. She said the Photo Ready Revlon primer I found to be excellent. So that's another one to try. I have not tried that one yet, but it's definitely something I'm going to put on my to-get list for the drugstore. She also mentioned that men's aftershave lotion works, which is kind of funny, but she loves using that as a face primer. She uses Nivea Post Shave Balm. She said because the second most used ingredient is glycerin, the first being water, and glycerin makes everything stick to your face for a longer wear. So that is another good one to try. That is so interesting though, that an aftershave would really work as a good face primer. Alright, and I just checked YouTube and all of them were recommendations for Wet n Wild, so I guess no one wanted to answer on there, but they did answer on the Instagram. So, yeah, so those are some eye primers that I have tried, some face primers that I've tried, and setting sprays, and I would love to know more of your guys' thoughts, what you guys love to use, what you think is long-lasting, what products you've repurchased, what products you will never repurchase again. So please let me know down in the comments what has worked for you guys. I would love to know. And then also make sure to hit subscribe if you're not subscribed already, so that way you get notified for when my videos come up. And also I would obviously love for you to subscribe. And then like this video if you liked it and if you found it helpful. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye! And then the Fix Plus, or stop filming, not stopping. That are the